Why not do something cool? He's fucking Gravity Man. He was on the box art, and he's just a pushover. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games. So sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man 5. And I shall remind you again, we're not using the Charged Buster on this series anymore. I'd like for us to actually learn something during this evaluation. Of course that means that Mega Man 5 pretty much failed on every account just by having the Charged Buster like this. But we're gonna continue where we left off. Nice graphics on Wave Man stage. The crack there, not really a good indication of what's gonna happen. And you shouldn't really put the crack right there under this ball of... right under this chain, this maze. Cause you'll just do that. It's a cruel awakening to what this stage can do to you. And again, the seating is fucking low for some reason. It's not bad though. But just something I was wondering about. It's not... is it even the... Let's test with the super arrow. So okay, it doesn't activate if you don't step on it, that's good. I always thought the super arrow uses too much weapon energy. It should only use one tick when you use it, or 2 ticks, not continuously use it. But luckily you can do that and it doesn't conserve any energy, but right now it's empty already. I'll showcase more of the super arrow later. It's pretty cool utility. It's another form of the magnet beam. Oh, the hitbox kinda sucked there, I don't know how we made that. But there's a better way to introduce these cracks into the stage here. Not a very good job. The combination of stuff doesn't really work well. Should have had another instance where to put them. Or even have some sort of different flooring for them, so you'd understand what's going on. And the chain here, I would actually make it grey. So there's more of an emphasis on the fact that you can actually walk through the chain. Not everyone is gonna understand that. These tubes here actually suck you in way too forcefully. If you try to make that jump, there's a pretty good chance you won't. Because how is that gonna suck us in? How does that work? I'm clearly jumping to the top of the tube, and there we go. Suddenly, for some way, I just made it, and now I didn't. Doesn't make any sense. And there's your missed opportunity for a 1-up, which doesn't really make a difference. Should have been an E-tank in my opinion. Nice that there's actually so good introduction. This guy doesn't die to anything. Not sure. I don't think it dies to actually any weapon. There could be one, but you really don't need to kill them. I don't think they're not that hard. I'd advise not sliding here. A bit of a panic moment, but doable. Again, very cramped. Everything's just there's not much space here to do all of the moves that you probably want to do. Don't know why the spikes are there. So, no wall on the right. So at that point you probably figure out you have to go up. Small bubbles can't carry you for long. You can do this whole section by just riding the small bubbles though, if you're good enough. But it's a fun section, I find. You just have to do some maneuvers here. You'll learn it pretty fast, it's not too bad. I like the animation when you step on a bubble. Kinda compresses down. This jump is very difficult. If you do a full jump, you're dead. Even if you hit the side of the spikes here, like I've done in a race, you will die. So I don't think the spikes should be that exposed. There should have been a tile down here, so you don't actually die a stupid death like that. I think that's a bit too rough. And now, just a whole lot of walking with nothing going on. There's no enemies. Why not add some flying enemies here? What's the excuse? And what is that behind us? That's a prison? Who knows? Nice background though. Suddenly I can't control anything. And damn it. Hate these sections, like you know. Not a fan of auto-scrollers in games. Let alone Mega Man games. It's not like enemies come from behind. Why the fuck? Like, stop this. Why do you have enemies come from behind? It's one of the most unfair things you can have. You wanna be in the middle of the screen to avoid those, but then they shoot. Like, come on. It's not a fun challenge. It's just infuriating. You can also glitch this section pretty bad with the super arrow. Not gonna showcase that here. So this one, you just wanna jump when the bullet is almost gonna come out. But notice, there's no animation again. You wouldn't know when to jump if you're new to this, and even I am doing a bad job because there's no animation. Why do you expect me to actually do a good job of it if there's no clue? There's nothing. I do like that there is a mini-boss. That's the only mini-boss in the entire game, believe it or not. That's rather interesting. Lack of mini-bosses in Mega Man 5. I don't really care too much. The leather crab is the... You have to know where it is and you have to jump for it. And when you do, there's a fish that usually nicks you and then you end up not getting the leather because you got hit. Really a bad placement. They should have put it in somewhere else. Like there. There's leather. Barely got it. What a fucking dumb position for the leather. Really hard to see and hard to react to. Other scroller stages, they just feel like fillers to me. You're just doing something dumb to add more length to your stage, and that was it. That was the stage. You can't reach this guy, and he can't reach you. So this section, this stretch here of ground, should have been moved more to the left. It should end right about here, so you could actually jump down and fire. Now there's a limited space. You have to kind of do this. So the game encourages you to use the Charge Buster again. Really dumb. That is Wave Man stage, one of my least favorite stages of all time, in fact. And another Robot Master that suffers from the Toad Man syndrome. Wave Man. Basically, if you stand still, when he does his wave attack, you're never gonna get hit. It'll never spawn right under you. And then you jump when he fires after that and you're golden. That's pretty much it. That's the whole boss. That is Wave Man. Wow. Jumps around like everyone else. Nothing's different. And that's it. If you go apeshit though, he does become a little bit more difficult. But even then, not too bad. He can just do long jumps like that. Which is kinda ass in my opinion. He should not be able to jump almost the whole fucking width of the room. That's very dangerous for you as a player. He will not apparently jump to your location, but right next to you. But then you get kinda stuck and he will get you with that wave attack. So your best bet is to sometimes actually fire through these waves, because the hitbox sucks. It's kinda weird, not a good job of a boss in my opinion. Too simple, doesn't really have a soul like every other fucking Mega Man 5 Robot Master. Not worth even discussing that much. Like, it's cool that it reacts to your positioning kinda, but it needed more. Wave Man could have been so much more than this. It's a sad fact that these Robot Masters just died to the Charge Buster as well. So fast, you don't need any weaknesses, really. I mean, weapons. Okay, Charge Man, why not? One of the more difficult AIs in the game, actually, and one of the more refined ones. There's a fair bit of going on with this one. I like the graphics on this one. The train looks magnificent in the background. Here's your introduction to a new enemy type. And the rest don't really matter, because they just keep coming. You just shoot like this, they'll never touch you. There we go. weird transition. Mega Man 5 kind of went Mega Makery there. So these Met trains, accompanied with these guys. Hard to hit anything when you don't charge. So basically they'll shoot, then they'll go apeshit. And apparently explode, I did not know that. So you can't shoot them before they have opened up. So that's a classic Met design. They're kinda cute, I guess. You just have to learn how to deal with them. Basically you shoot them at the same time they shoot at you, and luckily the bullets are not too fast. That's an okay transition there. I like how the screen goes black and now you're inside the train. I like that. It's a good position for the chicken as well. That's a good job there. I think these all play out nicely. You'll realize your mistake here pretty fast when you try to hurry. And a bad position for the mouse, but can be easily skipped. Or if you just hold down the charge buster like everyone else, nothing's really a problem, but we already know that. Like here, the charge would definitely come in handy to get rid of those. Man, you can shoot like fucking 20 hits in those chickens when the iframes are there. Bats, not too bad. Just take one hit, I would have probably made them take 2 hits. This later crab is a bit difficult. Sometimes you just can't make the jump for some reason. But it's a lot better than the other stages, let me tell you that much. This bat kinda close to the ladder, that's okay. Probably not gonna go to the left side. I should probably showcase more. I should probably showcase the super arrow more. It's a fun utility. If you just keep holding right, you use less energy, but the energy is out way too soon. It's basically one use and it's fucking empty. But I do like it as a utility. You can also stick it to walls and jump on those arrows. I like the design. It's just the weapon energy goes down way too fast. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But again, the Charge Man stage here, everything dies in one normal buster hit almost. Let alone if you're charging, everyone dies. I like these guys. A good design. I also love the background there, how it's moving fast. So you're first you're outside the train, then you're in the train, and then you're outside of it again. I like the design. But it's just again way too easy. It's an easy stage. Nothing's really trying to hurt you. Nothing's really aware of Mega Man's presence again. There's just stuff here blocking us sometimes. And in other times it's just random shit going back and forth. It's not better than what the Simpsons games did on NES. A lot of the same problems there, where the enemies just they don't know what's going on. They just do their thing and that's about it. So not impressed with the enemy types that are on Mega Man 5. The game is missing a soul. It's missing what made Mega Man great. Doesn't feel like a Mega Man game most of the time. It's a random Capcom game pretty much. It's not horrible, it's just that I'm used to a lot better from an official release. Then that's the stage. Really like the graphics again. And how the train is going up and down, I like that as well. See that subtle movement, attention to detail, very nice. Although this game lacks the detail Mega Man 4 has. So, here's the pattern of Charge Man. If you wanna do a no-miss perfect. Let him come to the corner and jump over him a couple of times. Rinse and repeat. Thank you, Felon, for this strategy. He can sometimes do that though, and then I just don't know what to do because I didn't watch the entire video. But most of the time it'll work. If you ask Felon, I probably did something wrong there. Sometimes he can just charge like that. I'm not sure what controls that, maybe somebody can tell me, but for the most part, that's what you wanna do. Ah shit. Charge Man, probably one of the better AIs in the game. If you don't know how to trick him, it's a fun challenge, I find. He's just invincible a lot. During the fight, you'll end up dinging your shots against him. And the only way to actually do damage to him is to shoot him while he's not moving. Can be, I think, probably the hardest Robot Master in the entire game. I like the challenge though, it's really nice. Only thing he can't do is jump. There could have been more that he could have done. He's like a cheap dive man. The dive he does is so fast, there's almost no time to react. He's so fast when he does it. At least Dive Man gives you some time to react. This guy just punches you in the fucking face. I do like Charge Man though. Considering how ass the other Robot Masters are in this game, Charge Man is an actual challenge. And it's a cool idea. The coal coming down from the ceiling, that's nice. Not bad, not bad I think. I like the challenge for once. The stages are so short as well, and so easy. We're just gonna go through this game pretty fast here. And for those wondering, no, the game does not get better the more you play it, like Mega Man 4 does. Stone Man stage is a bit long, so let's go to Gravity Man. We've already done 2 stages here. Gravity Man has an interesting gimmick on the stage. Pretty shame they fucked it up though, cause they never brought it back on the wider stages. Nice graphics, look at everything moving, look at everything animating. The numbers at the top, the thing going on there. Lovely job on the visuals. There's your introduction that something's gonna change soon. These guys, hitbox kinda sucks. If you hit the white part at the top, it does nothing. So the hitbox is pretty bad. But it's not a bad enemy, it's animated and such. And here you get your introduction to this one as well. The game is okay, doing an okay job at introducing enemies to you, and that's a good idea. It works pretty well as well. But again, the main problem in this game is that it's too easy. You can sometimes fuck with these enemies. You can end up in different planes like this. Now he's up there and I'm down here. It's because I'm spamming the mechanic here. So I can do it like this and just avoid everything. Note that you have to press down here to climb the ladder. That's a fun idea as well. Not clear that you should go down here, and the screen moves again like this. You should really lock this screen. Kinda strange. Gives you that feeling like you're about to drop. Your stomach drops. I think that's the correct way to say that. But what an easy stage. There's really no challenge. If you just take it carefully and you don't rush, nothing's gonna kill you. It's just a happy stage. It's like these Smurfs on Atari. Nothing's gonna kill you, nothing's going on, you just walk to the exit. And that's the main problem of Mega Man 5 if we don't count the Charged Buster and the iframe. See that the game is just too easy. It's not a challenge. If you want an easy beginner's touch on the Mega Man franchise, start with 5, even though it's not a good game. And these there's not much to talk about what comes to an evaluation. There's really not. Everything's just kinda there. Kinda positioned for you to kill them. Little Crab is okay. Just do a small jump. So if you're a beginner, you wanna touch Mega Man with your soul and hands, pick Mega Man 5. Not a good game. Does a good job of introducing shit to you though. Glitch if you just hold up and left, up and right. Don't know what that's about. And we are close to the exit. The best room in this stage though, now that I explained it, I fucked it up. But if you do the correct things, you can definitely avoid everything there. The weapon is really not worth mentioning. Wave Man's weapon doesn't even work upside down. So that's not useful. It just goes on the ground. You can't even fire it while jumping. You have to be on the ground. It is useless. It does everything the gyro attack does, but worse. Then we have the Crystal Eye, no damage, Napalm Bomb, why would you ever? Just Charge Buster? Super Arrow though. I wonder what happens if you ride the Super Arrow through a gravity thing. Okay, that happens. Okay. Charge Kick. You slide and you cause damage. Most of the time you'll just end up getting hit yourself. A bad weapon. Would never use it. Star Crash, an average shield. Not bad, but you can actually fire it off. Unlike the Leaf Shield. So it's a better Leaf Shield in that regard. There's only one stage where I would actually use it. But I'll show it when we get there. Gravity Man. What a lousy design again. There should have been so much more in this. He jumps around and fires his buster. And changes the gravity. Too bad he doesn't let you know when he does it. You can learn it though, because switch, switch. Shoot, shoot, and shoot. That's the pattern. You learned it. Now, you can probably kill him. Main problem is that you'll probably end up missing a lot if you're not using the charge buster, because you have to be perfectly aligned to land those shots. What a boring Robot Master. Cool idea, bad execution. There's nothing to like here in my opinion. There's no animation when he's gonna change the gravity, there's nothing. There's no cool attacks, he just fires his buster. Why not do something cool? He's fucking Gravity Man, he was on the box art, and he's just a pushover. Oh my god. Game's really too easy. I almost wonder, we should probably go to the last level as well on this episode, because Mega Man 5 is not really worth talking about that much. I mean, we can have 10 episodes of Mega Man 5, it's not gonna make a difference. So let's go tackle Stone Man as well on this episode, so we can get this game out of the way. It's really nothing special and it doesn't deserve the screen time. Really uninteresting game. Stone Man stage is long as hell. And I think we have gotten all of the letters, yes we have. So the letter on this stage is hidden. But one of my favorite actually Met designs. I like how the little Mets come out and you can actually kill those as well. So here is where the charge makes sense. One of the rare occasions where it's justified to have such a powerful attack. I like this design, how the pit is there. It kind of makes you want to check if there's a secret or not. But the positioning in this stage is not bad, but again, most of the enemies just die in one hit. Even if you don't charge, but why wouldn't you charge? It's so much more a sure way to kill enemies. So the later, most likely, in Stormman stage is the one you're gonna miss, because... Oh, we have a use for Napalm Bomb. Holy shit. That's new. Because the letter is here, behind these blocks. And it's not that easy to see. When you come back, uh-oh, we're kind of fucked. But if you know what to do, it's fine. Weird how one letter is so much more hard to find than the rest. Every other letter is clearly showcased to you. But then they hide one of them. Just to showcase the middle finger. I think this positioning really sucks. I like how they changed the projectile to an actual stone for this guy. But you have to use the charge buster here. So if you jump on the explosion, it hurts us. That shouldn't be a thing. That's so hard to time. You would really benefit from a weapon here. It's very tight of a window where you have to kill him. Gyro attack would have been good there. Gyro attack is pretty much good anywhere, it's a good weapon. Well, as good of a weapon as you can have in Mega Man 5. The gyro attack should go through everything, by the way. It should not stop at enemies, because we have the charged buster that does go through. So why doesn't the gyro attack go through? We could like experiment with the weapons here, but they really suck. Just use the charged buster. You don't have to try all of these weapons out. None of them are better than the charge. I do love the Star Crash though. Gravity hold. Really useless, takes so much weapon energy to use it, and you need multiple hits on enemies, usually. So it's kinda useless. Not many places where you would actually use it. So now that we collected all the letters, we do have Beat. He will basically kill everything for you. It's a nice idea. I like Beat on Mega Man 5. It's actually useful. But in Mega Man 6 it's not. We'll talk about that later. But Beat, if you are unsecure about your skills, Beat is really something that you should get. You don't have to do anything pretty much. Just avoid stuff. You don't even have to press anything. He'll just kill everything for you. Most of the time. But the positioning is just okay. Nothing really matters again. The enemies are not too hard. It's just it's too easy. Love the background colors though. That's very nice. Sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know what controls that. Sometimes you can't shoot through the shield and sometimes you can. Luckily, we have the Rust Jet, which they did not fuck up. I said they did not fuck up. Works the same as in 4. This screen is kind of ridiculous because you can scroll it back and forth. So when you try to avoid these, sometimes they get too close and then you're like, uh-oh. And then you basically spawn them back. Another screen where gyro attack is really handy. But using anything else, not really worth your time. A nice E-Tank crab as well. Because you pretty much know where those are gonna go if you look at it carefully. Uh-oh. Too bad you can only fire one of those at a time. But there's a reason for that. Trying to have any fun in Mega Man 5 pretty much doesn't exist. It's such a mediocre game. Another secret here if you want. Don't know why they decided to have secrets in the game. Pretty much only on Stone Man stage what comes to breaking walls. Those mini-mits, lovely though, I do like those. Everything else just dies. Very long stage as well. I'm not sure why this stage is so goddamn long. It takes forever to beat. That is Stone Man stage. Stone Man himself, push over like everyone else. You'll most likely see him use Power Stone once. There, that's it. That's the only time you're gonna see him use the Power Stone most of the time. Other times he'll just jump around, and that's it. That's the whole fight. You can't damage him when he's on the ground like that though. If you do get far away, I think he will use the Power Stone then, like that, and then just jump on you. The Power Stone is not what you will get hit by, it's him. And Power Stone, of course, being one of the worst weapons in Mega Man history. If you are unaware of my weapons video, go check that out. It's called Best Mega Man Weapons List. All 78 weapons, I believe that's what it's called. Go check that out if you're interested. Where Power Stone lands on that list. But another pushover boss, not really worth talking about. Well, if you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. We're gonna check the Dark Man stages in the next one. And then we're gonna move to the Wild stages after that.